Have you ever prayed for patience and felt yourself wishing you hadn't? Have you felt God testing you? Have you ever turned because of that? I have, and very much so in the past couple of weeks. I want to talk to you today about living cool in a hot world. And you may laugh at that because we're living in such a hot climate these days with record-breaking temperatures on the eastern seaboard. But I know sometimes anger is always hard to control during hot times. And those hot times sometimes come when we're trying to work out patience, or God's trying to work out patience in us. So I just want to touch on a few things today and bring you some verses about withstanding from anger and just holding back when we feel feeling compelled to just lash out at somebody. So if you will, look over in Colossians chapter 3, verse 8. It says, But now you also put them all aside, anger, wrath, malice, slander, and abusive speech from your mouth. Does that speak to you guys today? I mean, I know it does to me. I mean, whether it's with the kids, with my spouse, with the driver next to me, sometimes I just want to lash out in anger and frustration, and just with disregard of what words I will use or the temperament that I'm going to be using them in. And according to Colossians, we should watch that. Also, if we look over in James chapter 1, 19 and 20, this you know, my beloved brethren, but everyone must be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. For the anger of man does not achieve the righteousness of God. I think that speaks very clearly of our lives and walking the path, walking in this Christian walk. That we should be slow to anger, quick to love. We should be slow of speech. You know, with me sometimes I just want to interrupt people. As you can tell, I'm always a talker. And it's hard for me just to listen sometimes. But we would learn so much more if we would just do that. And in the case of anger, we would be so much better off, fare so much better off by just holding our tongue sometimes, thinking about what we're going to say, letting it process. And if you're like me, you need to work on that. So I challenge you this week to take heart of these two verses, to think about what you're saying, pay close attention to the circumstance that you're in, and just let God work through you. Because that may be an opportunity just to show love and not necessarily just to react out of anger. Because through that anger, the world's not going to know our love. And sometimes we're just terrible about that in the church, just to be quite frank. But I just challenge you today. I'm not going to hold you for a long time. I just want to tell you to live cool in the hot world. Don't let yourself get distracted by the temperatures of the circumstance, your surroundings, or even nature. Just react out of what God puts on your heart and not what is in your mouth. So just remember that. Hold fast to anger. Continue to press on, and hope to see you back next time. Thanks for joining us.